of running a successful food truck business and life. We invite you along to join Josh and Skippy on this journey. This is Monday Morning Food Truck.
Wow, this is everybody should be used to this. It's a well-oiled machine this morning.
We'll just throw that in there.
So we've got I think I might be pushing my laptop pretty much to the limit at the moment as far as trying to do things. So currently I have three screens going. I have our Riverside straight in front of me. To my right, I have our YouTube live stream. And to my left, I now have TikTok live also going. So um,
TikTok.
yes,
It's
so
going to get banned.
probably our
Boo.
video, not likely.
No, our video not. Anyway,
So yeah, I don't know why I can't get the second intro to run. So I'm guessing it's probably because of my laptop. Oh
I'm
well.
Skippy. He's Josh.
Hi everybody. Good morning. So yeah, we're gonna change up the show a little bit this morning here on April 8th, 2024. We've been doing it for God, almost 2 years now. I think
Yeah.
I think it was June or July or something like that we started. Um, what the fuck? Sorry. And we did intros then, and we thought maybe it'd be a good time to do a quick reintroduction of your host here. Now that we're getting so big globally, um, a quick side comment. We hit the top 100 in Taiwan. So whoop, whoop. So not only India but now Taiwan. So
I'm glad
I've been
Western.
hearing rumors of China invading Taiwan. That makes me nervous. It might hurt our numbers.
I'm glad our Western expansion has
Um,
has worked well.
I don't understand it. Chris thought maybe they were using it to learn English, and I sure hope not.
Oh, oh boy.
Um,
Yeah.
so welcome all those, and welcome to our new viewers here on TikTok and YouTube and Riverside and everywhere else. We will have a guest at 9:30. Rebecca, her and her husband, she and her husband, um, are in the process of starting a truck and are opening soon. She's been all over the food truck training Facebook site, asking a plethora of questions. I thought it'd be good to have that perspective, since that's kind of why we started the show in the first place, was to help promote new trucks and help and let them learn from what we do wrong on a daily basis.
Absolutely.
And there is a wealth of information there. So it'll be fun to talk to her for a little bit, and then after that, we'll go over our weeks in review and what we have coming up in the following week. So sound good, Skippy?
Absolutely.
All right, I'm done talking for a minute. You go ahead.
Only a minute.
Well,
Okay.
you got a few.
So, my name is Bert Skippy McLean. I go by Skippy just for stupid reasons. Anyway, started out in 2012 doing barbecue competitions. And of course, you got every one of your friends saying, "Oh my gosh, your barbecue is so good. You should open a restaurant." Well, that was just out of the budget. Worked in the sales world, corporate sales world, mortgages for 15 years. Decided in just after COVID, when it was everybody's opening up, and um, I was burnt out and just tired of living on commission life, which is kind of weird because that's pretty much what we do now. Um, Decided to take everybody's advice and open up a food truck. I sold my toy hauler that we used for competitions and bought a used barbecue porch trailer from Alabama. It was red. That was the first ever event we did was red, which was good because it was a Republican political rally. So I couldn't have been in greater company with a red trailer. However, we got it wrapped as soon as we put a little money in the bank, and we've been going ever since. Our opening was October 17th, 2021. Um, that was our first ever event, I think. Yes. So now I'm going into my third year. first ever event. I was scared out of my mind. Um, Definitely wasn't prepared for it. And basically, when I go to still any event, I'm a little nervous that I'm just doing everything right. Other than that, we just November of last year. We'll fast forward. November of 2023, we ended our best year yet, and we decided to buy a new trailer. We meaning me. Um, I run the truck majority myself. When I do big events, I have people that we bring on. You can run a food truck yourself, depending on the concept, but I definitely advise you to have help if you can. Anyway, last thing. So new barbecue trailer. Um, we call her Optimus Swine, just because I love the Transformers. And yeah, we pretty much do everything. Um, we do everything inside the trailer. Even storage is now inside the trailer. So, with the exception of meat and such, don't tell the health department. Um, Other than that, we're enjoying life so far, ish. You will still have those days where it's like I gotta wake up at 3 o'clock again. But yes, you do have to wake up at 3 o'clock again. Joshua.
Oh, excellent, Skippy. That was very well done. I should have given you some more warning before I changed the format on you for the day. Sorry, but you did a good job on the fly.
What would change anything else? Anyway, go ahead.
Shut up. Here, I'm gonna. YouTube mode. Sorry. Fucking dogs.
And for those who haven't listened before, those are Josh's dogs. He has two
Yeah.
corgis, Pebbles and Taco.
With a whole lot of subdivision construction going on behind the house and all the new animals that are out and about. So there's a lot to say hi to. And something about an eclipse today or something that could make the animals go crazy.
Because technically it is, I mean, it is a full moon.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, technically it is a full moon.
Yes, it is. So anyways, yeah. My name's Josh. I run the Sweet Rack Smoking Butts barbecue food truck. My path to starting is fairly similar to Skippy. I don't know. I from a very young age was kind of cooking, I guess. My earliest memories of recipe creation was different seasonings on microwave popcorn. Jesus Priest. And then always thought I kind of wanted to work in a restaurant when I was young. And then my first job was at a diner when I was 13, 14. Don't tell anybody. They're not open anymore. Anyways, hated it, and then went from there and worked on a golf course for a couple summers, and then didn't make any money there, so I ended up at McDonald's when one opened up in Owego of Michigan. And then yeah, I spent a whole lot of years working in McDonald's and working my way up, and was the manager of the second busiest McDonald's in Michigan for 4 years, and pretty much sucked the soul out of my body in those 4 years, and said I never wanted to do that again. So kind of kept it all out of my head for a while. Fast forward a few more years and started doing barbecue competitions. The worst thing ever that could have happened was a backyard chef contest in Cass County. Um, the first real year we did it, with proper equipment that actually worked. Um, Won two categories, and overall we won beef and pork. So it was a beef, pork, chicken categories. Do whatever you want inside those categories. Um, so for beef, we did filet mignon.
Oh,
Won that, and then pork, we did ribs, and won that category. And went back the next year, won again, and they told us not to come back. Basically, so started looking for other competitions. That's when I stumbled across KCBS. 2009 was my first KCBS contest in Lowell, Michigan, right around, I think, 4th of July. Was it July or August? I know they had fireworks in the vicinity of that time frame. So yeah, that was my intro, and got hooked there. I got a call in brisket on the second brisket I ever cooked in my life was at the contest. Got a 7th place brisket and thought it was the easiest thing in the world. Don't know what everybody was complaining about. And then didn't get another call on brisket for 2.5 more years. Andrew is saying that he is having a hard time hearing me. Well, at least Andrew, you can't hear my dogs either. Hold on, let me adjust my volume. It's the mute button. That's not the right one. And I am actually all the way up. So let me get closer. I hope that's better, Andrew. Anyways, so from there, JT said, "Did Skippy's CPU lock up, or is he asleep?"
Couldn't tell.
I questioned it there for a second too. JT, I probably put him asleep with my story time. So anyway, so yeah, after I heard the same thing Skippy did, how great her food was, and we did some low key off the books catering and stuff. My mom always was pushing for us to open something. Her big idea was the food truck thing. So the last thing I wanted to do was open a restaurant, let alone stand in a steel box for 12 hours a day in cramped, hot circumstances. But about 7 years ago, she passed away. And as so often happens, you realize how short life is, and you choose to live without regrets. So we're living without regret, and if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. If it does, then awesome, but at least we'll know for sure. So here we are. That was so July 19th of 2019 was our soft opening in our front yard. I made for that day 8 pork butts, 5 briskets, 4 briskets, 8 pork butts, 4 briskets, and I think we had 9 racks of ribs. We did $400 in sales. And,
wow.
Yeah. So quick lesson learned that just because you build it doesn't mean they'll come. Super appreciative for everybody that did show up. It wasn't not just friends and family, so it was good. Anyways,
Majority.
Yeah, definitely majority. But we progressed from there, and now when we do a $2,400 day or $3,000 day, it doesn't seem all so awful. Versus when we were doing the first year, a $700 day, felt like we were getting our butts kicked. So yeah, you're going to have those growing pains and just keep going through it. But we couldn't be happier. Contrary to popular belief from our Facebook, and we fielded these questions all week. No, we're not opening a brick and mortar. Apparently me saying April Fools at the end of the post was not enough of an indicator that it was not real.
No, never is.
But yeah, we're always looking for an opportunity for some ghost kitchen or something similar, a commissary that we might be able to double use, or even a second trailer. So expansion plans are probable at this point, and just keep pushing forward. Slow growth is the way to go. And that is me. Ta-da!
Oh, hey.
Well, I thought that was going to take longer. Damn it. And then 2 years ago, I got bored.
So he just keeps going.
we got some time to kill.
I don't even think. Hold on. I don't even think I said the name of my company yet.
It's not my fault you're bad at this.
It's not my fault you sprung it on me.
Skippy, what's the name of your truck?
PB&J's Barbecue.
What does PB&J stand for?
PB&J. So when I was a kid, I was such a picky eater. My parents would take me out to dinner, and they would ask the waiter or waitress to be so kind and make me a PB&J. So I said, when I grow up, I'm going to have a restaurant. On the adult menu, I'm going to have a PB&J. And we actually do. It's our pork, bacon, and raspberry chipotle jam. PB&J. So
PB and RCJ.
Well, it could also be pork and brisket is my jam, but that's a little bit.
I guess it could.
Yeah, shut up. Anyway,
I'm not gonna be picky about it. So, anyways, about 2 years ago, I reached out to Skippy as he was starting his adventure.
And say, hey, want to join this shit show?
Yeah, I thought, hey, let's do a podcast and tell everybody about what we're doing. And it'll be a great way for us to make some extra money. And now look at us. We're top 100 in India for food podcasts and top 100 in Taiwan. Now, that is impressive. And
We are truly international. Like,
where are you in the United States? Because if you're that big internationally, you must be like top 3. Hold on to your seats because we are not in the top 250.
See, here's
for
there's a lot more. Well, Apple sucks anyway.
I know, but they're the main source of our podcast listeners. So thank you, all you Apple people. Share with your Apple friends.
Yes, please tell your friends.
So we have not really netted it $1 yet, but hey, we're close. We're getting there.
I've offered to pay Joshua money to contribute. He's like, oh, I got it. I'll just keep banking the deposits. I'm like, how much you up? 32 cents. I'm like, oh, okay.
I mean, if you want me to cut you a check for 16 cents, I will. I'm happy to do it.
Listen, I hate checks. That's number one.
All right, pennies it is. They will be in the mail. Someday we'll talk about the podcast and kind of how that all works. It's not hard to start one, really. It was much easier than I thought it was going to be.
You just got to find something to talk about. It's the biggest thing.
Yeah. And
as you can tell, we don't have a lot to talk about. We make a lot of it up, which we shouldn't. But
I really should, but I don't want to go back and listen to some of our older episodes. I cringe every time Chris is listening to it on the trailer when I walk in. It's like, why are you listening to that? But hey, we're way better than we were 2 years ago. So, pretty much you just need a platform to record in. Riverside works great for us. And then a host, which we use Spreaker to host and distribute the podcast everywhere. So, really not that complicated to do it. I mean, we thought we could make some side money. Honestly, I think from ads on the show, we're about $20 every quarter. So we're $100 a year in ad revenue, but it costs to host and for the software about $400 a year. So
we are basically, what he's saying is we're always looking, entertaining sponsorships.
Yes,
always entertaining them.
Yep. And as the podcast grows, and it has over the last 2 years, that stuff becomes more likely, and that's really where you bank any money from a podcast. So if you have a company, you want to advertise with us, come on over. Especially if you have an international product. If you need to sell charcoal or something like that in India,
to people,
we're your guys.
To people in India and or Taiwan.
Yes. Yeah, that's a good call, Skippy. I don't know why we're doing for America lists. Indian companies.
Yeah,
we can help. We're very big in very small circles. So that's it. If you guys have any questions about the podcast and how it all works, let us know. Besides just food truck questions, we can probably field some of those on a very non-professional, semi-informed manner, just like everything else we do.
Less on the informed part, just more on the semi.
Yeah.
We'll make it sound good.
If they can hear us.
Oh, I can hear my wife pulling in the driveway, so dogs may bark shortly. Just so you know.
So short barks, or they'll bark in a little while?
They'll bark shortly.
So angrily?
It might sound angrily. Yeah, absolutely. I left the screen door open, so should be okay with that. I hate checks. Can I tell you I hate checks?
Sure.
I hate checks. Then I hate doing a catering and then they pay with a check.
Why?
Well, I love doing catering. Just because I hate checks.
Why do you hate checks so much? Is it because you don't know if it's going to clear or not?
I mean, realistically, yes, but it's still. Oh, there they are. It's just, yes, the unknown. That's because that person still hasn't cashed my Square check that I sent them.
Oh.
But it's already taken out. It's already affected the account, so it's fine. But I don't know. Just
Justin says, sorry, I gotta hit this comment real quick. Justin Harris says, at least there's two of you. Doing a podcast alone is hard. Justin, I don't know how you do it. That sounds like the worst thing possible. As much as Skippy says I love to talk, I really don't. I don't like the sound of my own voice. I could not do an hour and a half by myself. And I know yours isn't, Justin. Justin, what's the name of your podcast? If you could throw that out there for me. And while we're talking about names,
and then before he does that, he's going to charge you $6.95 for promotion.
I re-recorded my podcast appearance on Between Two Trucks with Kevin, who Sober Eats food truck up here in Michigan. He was on our show for a little while.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, he's not sure if those episodes are up yet or not, but he's not doing that. Justin Harris, Food Truck Monster Podcast.
Roar.
Roar.
That's a TikTok thing.
And that's how we get big in Taiwan.
So moving a pork butt around in my smoker this morning. Oh,
welcome, Lenny. Oh, geez. Sophia is on our TikTok now. All kinds of people on and off, so I can't keep up. I'm getting the little flashes that said joined.
Please subscribe. And
Saul is on also. Yes.
I burnt myself this morning on moving a pork butt around in my smoker.
How hot was it?
Well, the foil tore, and I had just had a glove on, and the grease.
Steam. I was gonna say steam or grease.
Grease. Yeah, right there, right there.
Yeah. I had a bad stretch at the end of last year.
Yeah, you were cutting, you were burning, you were.
Well, this year it's all been cuts. Like I have a cut on every finger this year so far.
For all your customers, that's just extra flavor.
90% of it has been either washing the knives or putting them back in the case, where I just catch like the tip or the edge or the bottom edge by the hilt. I'm like, just nick it. I'm like, God dang it.
They do make covers or sheaths.
I know. Yes, I'm aware.
But they also make a knife bar that you can just hang them.
I do not trust those in the truck.
I have yet to have a problem with mine so far.
I believe you, and I just don't trust it. We've had too many things dislodged that I never thought would get dislodged. That it would, And I love my knives, and I do not want them hitting the ground from any sort of distance.
Knock on wood, I haven't had any dislodging.
JT says just the tip. Yes, JT, it usually is just the tip.
They get a little sharp when they poke you.
Yeah. I just got another one yesterday, putting them away, and I was pulling my hand out and just caught the bottom quarter of the blade by the handle. And then out comes the knife and rewash and resanitize.
So, non-barbecue related or non-food related, but what do you think about this whole July fight between Jake Paul and Mike Tyson?
I have no opinion.
Oh, okay.
I think Mike Tyson's going to light him up.
Put
money on it. Probably.
Do you know the rules?
I know.
So Jake Paul is in basically like full sparring gear, and Mike Tyson isn't. So helmet or headgear. I think he's got headgear on and like
he better
bigger
have a chest plate on.
I think it's bigger gloves.
Okay.
Or maybe smaller. I don't know. Maybe smaller gloves. And Tyson's got bigger ones.
Tyson's gonna break a rib, and I think 3 rounds max.
It's all fixed.
They're doing like 12.
I don't know. It's on Netflix or going to be posted on Netflix.
I think Netflix is doing it live, actually.
Oh, they're going to get in the live streaming game?
They
That's
already
nice.
are. They have a live cooking show.
Well, announced that WWE Monday Night Raw is coming to Netflix, which I thought was interesting. In a
Yeah,
$5
Netflix
billion
has
dollars.
Netflix has they have a live cooking show with one of the Asian chefs, not Roy Choi.
Yan can cook. So can you? Why? I used to watch that show all the time.
Can't remember what it is, but yeah, it's him and then a couple of guests, and he cooks them a whole meal. It's pretty good. But yeah, anyways, yeah, I don't think that's going to be much of a contest.
Jeez, it's actually taking place at AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas.
Thank you, Steve Rodriguez. David Chang has the Netflix show.
Oh, yes, I've heard of David Chang.
Look at our listeners, man. Filling in the gaps in my lack of knowledge, which is plentiful.
It's definitely all our lack of knowledges.
And JT said they're 16-ounce gloves instead of 8-ounce gloves.
Oh, well, good. July 20th.
I would probably be more likely to watch it if they were in those big giant sumo suits in boxing. I've never been a huge boxing fan. I don't know. It's just not appealing to me. Typically, boxing movies. I love Rocky. See, but to actually
love Rocky.
Yeah, but I'm a sucker for
Jake. So somehow Jake Paul is the favorite at minus 360.
Their stuff was coming across, like Tyson's stuff, training videos and stuff were coming across my TikTok. In the comparison between their two training regimens.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't want to be Jake Paul. That's all I know. So yeah, it's it reminds me a lot of Rocky 15 or whatever it was when he came out of retirement to box the young guy.
Rocky 15.
But I think that's the one that had the best dialogue of any Rocky movie. So
I know. I saw. Speaking of Rocky, I did see that they meaning Sylvester Stallone is putting on a new Rambo.
Are you sure? Was that announced in the last week?
Hold on.
Welcome, Quinn Parker. So I did not. I'm pretty sure I didn't say that right. Oh, look, we're up to 5 viewers on TikTok. Welcome everybody. Make sure you follow, please.
Yes, John Bernthal, who what did he play? Oh, he played Frank in was it Frank in the early episodes of The Walking Dead?
Okay.
Rick's friend, not Frank. Rick's friend, or the other cop that ended up boinking his wife.
I don't know. You threw me off with Frank, and now I can't think of him.
I know I can't either, but you know who I'm talking about.
Yes, Shane.
Shane, there you go.
Yeah.
He also played in the new Punisher series. He's gonna.
JT's on top of it, man. He said Punisher and Shane in The Walking Dead.
Yeah, there you go. So he's playing in Rambo 6: New Blood.
Okay.
Come out in 2025.
Huh. Interesting. I'm just waiting for Rebecca to join us. Hopefully all that goes well for her.
Then somebody just said it's fake.
Well, yeah, of course it is.
I know.
It's all fake. I did see Jason Kelsey was a part of WrestleMania.
Yes, he was.
Which I really enjoyed. I am so happy that Jason is taking full advantage of his retirement.
Oh,
is having
the man's living his best life.
Oh my God, he is. I'm so jealous and happy for that dude.
He's such a big kid.
JT says prepping for the total eclipse here, and I'm a wealth of pop culture knowledge. Yeah, JT, I imagine. Are you expecting a huge day with people being out? And did you get like a prime location for? Because I think you're in the path of totality. I think in Indianapolis, so we're pretty close to it.
Is that what did you just say? The path of totality?
Mm-hmm.
I thought Detroit was.
No, No, you're still too far north. You got to get into Ohio.
Fuck Ohio.
Last I heard, I didn't think there was anywhere in Detroit that was in the totality. I think we're like 97%, 96% here, which apparently that last 4% is huge
Well,
as far
let's
as
just,
amount of darkness. But,
we're just going to Google it.
all right. Well,
We'll go with NASA. How about NASA?
okay.
NASA's. Well, yeah, Ontario looks like that would be the path. Okay.
Whew. So JT says, yep, in Columbus, over 4 minutes of totality, expecting about 250,000 people in the area, which is insane.
Well, I know a friend of mine has already lapsed. Okay. These areas will also
You had a
experience.
friend pass, Skippy? I'm sorry to hear that.
No, sorry. I don't know what I'm saying. Never mind.
So JT, I hope you're having a special that's called something like Total Eclipse of the Truck or something like that.
Eclipse of the truck. Yeah, that's
Some
what he
Total
should.
Eclipse of the Heart, just on a loop all day. If we were in the path of totality, I probably would be open today. Like if we had that where there was an influx of people coming into the area, 100%, I'd find somewhere to set up for at least that period of time. So I think that's a good
Cleveland, Ohio.
Cleveland rocks, man.
Totality begins 3:13. Totality ends at 3:17. So yeah, 4 minutes. Closest to-
Yandy, welcome back, Yandy, to the live on TikTok. Sorry.
Hi, Andy.
and Yandy, YAND, also a follower. So we've had 119 total views. Not all people stay in, but welcome everybody. Happy to have you.
Please stay. Please stay
yeah,
and
please
just
stay. It gets better, I promise.
take a load off. Where's your friend here?
I don't know.
Oh.
I have not gotten a pop-up that says she's waiting. She might have forgotten.
Oh boy.
I did touch base with her last night. So
There's still a chance that
I'm
she
going to
forgot.
guess that she did not click the link until 9:30. So she may have to be downloading that app. So
Ooh.
Vaughn, thanks for the rose on TikTok. I'm not sure exactly what that means because I am old. I'm not familiar.
You're horrible. That's what you are. Is exactly horrible.
JT says he's hoping it's busy. He has a $3,000 food bill. That's a lot of food. That gives me heartburn.
Oh, what?
And I'm trying to figure out how you got to 3,000. Are you cooking Wagyus, JT?
No. We talked with him.
3K seems like a lot.
I go through about 1,000 a week.
You do? That's it?
What do you mean that's it?
That's it?
What do you go through? You sell more than I do.
Well, you should start cooking more.
No. Happy with what I cooked.
I'll spend $2,000 today. Probably. 2 cases of brisket, 2 cases of pork, 2 cases of ribs. And that probably won't get me through the week. I don't think it will. On a slow week like it has been the last couple of weeks, then yeah, maybe, but
whatever.
Whatever.
I thought 1,000 a week was pretty.
And that includes all the disposable stuff. So not just food, but wraps and everything that we might need to buy.
Whatever. Anyway.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, let's just go into our. Let's go in, and
right.
then and then if
she pops in, we'll stop and.
If she pops in, yeah, it's always your guess. It's always your guess.
Oh my god!
My guests are always on time.
Speaking of which, do you have a guest for us coming up? Someone was having a conversation with a certain rep, and you said you were gonna.
Yeah. No contracts have been signed.
JT said that 3,000 was just for today.
Just for today? What do you mean? What are you doing? You're out in the food truck like 2 days a week. That's a lot of spuds.
All right, Skippy, how was your week?
It.
So you're past spring break now.
I don't.
Last week was not a spring break week. Weather was what it was.
I gotta
Let's
figure
hear
out where
about
we.
it.
What are we are? Yeah, Easter Monday or whatever. Yeah.
Easter Monday.
Yeah, it's actually
Last
on my
week was
Google Calendar as after Easter Sunday is Easter Monday. So maybe people celebrate Easter on Monday. I don't know. I know the Catholic kids got Monday off. They didn't go back till Tuesday. No, my spring break was actually the last week of March.
okay. So you're
Um,
past spring break, so it should have been a slamming week for you.
definitely not slamming at all. We had um, Noma Roadside Day on Wednesday, and we did do a private event for a Bobcat dealership. They were opening. Shane Johnston says he lost the link to Riverside.
Oh, will you reshare it?
That was a post, I think. Please hold. We're just, we need to hire somebody.
Well, I got Rebecca just sent me a message. She said, "Am I doing something wrong?" I guess so because I don't see you.
Hello.
Hello.
Can you hear me now? So we did an event for a new Bobcat dealership opening up. It's kind of an open house. We parked the trailer. They bought $2,000 worth of food and paid by check. And so many of the owner's employees were like, "You're letting him pay you by check?" And I'm like, yeah. But anyway, I also had an event that night we set up on the outside of our little coffee shop. That was pretty good. So we did about $2,500 on Friday, which is yay. It was great Saturday. Saturday was definitely a great day outside. Very nice. Home Depot definitely was not rocking as I hoped.
I'm gonna stop our TikTok stream, see if that helps anything. Sorry, everybody.
Sorry.
Like I said, I'm not sure if I'm taxing my laptop a little much here with everything I've got going on. Okay, sorry. Continue, Skippy.
Yesterday we went to a new place in Chelsea, Michigan called Revel Run. It's a beer garden plus an equestrian center. We were there from 12 to 6. Did about $800 worth, so not bad. So yeah, once that check clears, it would have been a good week. And then today, I'll just throw it in today in there. Normally we have Mondays off, but when U of M comes calling, we say how high, or yeah, if they ask us to jump, we say how high because their money is definitely green. And yeah, so we're going to U of M tonight.
Awesome. You did get Shane the link, right?
I'm working on it.
Okay. I guess I need to start say nope.
I'm trying to find it. Hold on.
I got you. I got it, bud.
Oh.
I can do it real quick. Continue talking.
Yeah, so we're going there from 4 to 7 to feed their student athletes.
Nice.
Be like 2 or 3 food trucks there. So tell Ethan, even though he's not a student athlete,
Close enough.
tell him to come down to Ferry Field, which is the baseball stadium that they have.
All right. I think we got that taken care of. Still waiting.
All right.
So I'm sorry. Were you up, down last week? Not happy with sales? Happy with sales?
No, not happy at all.
Guess had snow a couple days.
Like it just Oh, that was last month. I don't want last month.
JT says when you have lines like he did in the picture, you can't cook one brisket and 2 racks of ribs.
I hate him. I mean, I love you, bud, but I fucking hate you.
You're here, JT. You're here.
We did. Yeah, it's not going to show because it's not. That check hasn't cleared yet.
Well, just you know what the amount was, though, right? You can do mental math.
I mean, I can, but I don't. Oh, you're killing me, Smalls.
I mean, it's not like I'm asking for proof of sales. You don't have to give me a number. But yeah, I guess if you're doing percentages of comparison weeks and months, then it's a little bit harder.
Oh, so you're just asking for a dollar amount is what you're
I
asking.
wasn't even asking for. I was just asking if you were up or down, or what you thought you'd be from. Did you recover from spring break week, which I know was a little bit slow?
We did about 4,300 for the week.
Okay.
Which is definitely, I mean, for only being open 4 days, I guess that's not bad.
All right, I think we're gonna need to reschedule Rebecca. All it's doing is spinning on her. Like it's not even getting her to the Riverside screen.
What?
Yeah. So she's just getting a spinning circle in the middle of her screen.
Uh,
Hold on. I'm gonna tell her that we're reschedule, and we'll do a test. All right, sorry. Yeah, I don't know. It's weird. A lot of the weird stuff going on today with the streams.
did you help Shane?
Oh, I did. I sent him the link.
Okay.
I got that. Yep. He should be set.
We did have a question, but we'll get into your week. I got the question up right here.
Is it the POS question?
Yeah.
We might have to come back and circle back to that one in a POS episode.
Yeah, we can do a POS. Yeah, sure.
So that we can hit some do some research on our own, because I don't
Yeah.
know if either of us can speak educatedly on anything but Square.
Yeah.
So yeah. Anyways, Skippy and I had talked about doing a whole POS episode. So
we do that every day or every Monday.
talk about things that we could do, and then
No, a POS episode.
Oh yeah, it is definitely weekly.
A lot of people don't realize, Josh, why do we really do this? Just so we can get our frustrations out and talk to somebody other than Chris or customers.
Yeah, we definitely can't tell our customers some of this stuff. I know I have some customers that do listen, and I'm sorry for things that you might have heard. We love you all.
We do. Tell your friends we love them too.
But yeah, there's that. This is just not a fun job.
I want to know about your specials. How'd they go?
Oh my God, man, we had such a good week. It was a fun week. Man, the specials were a pain.
Your freaking names for them are. I mean, I'll give you that.
It's what I do, man. It's what I do.
I did have people tell me yesterday that they came out to get food specifically because they liked the name of what they were ordering.
Nice.
Like, yes.
I need to thank you real quick, Skippy. I just got an email.
Oh.
You were referred to me by Bert McLean at PB&J's Barbecue.
Yes.
I need a caterer for August 10th in South Haven for a wedding. So, thank you, sir. Appreciate that.
I figured that was close enough to you.
Grand Haven is, we set up in Grand Haven. We'll be there Wednesday.
Didn't they say South Haven?
I thought this was Grand Haven. Maybe I added the Grand. South Haven. Yeah, it's close enough.
Okay. I'm like, I thought you read South Haven. You added the Grand. Well, good. There you go. Hope you get
Welcome to this week's POS show.
So just so you know, that person has gone from Pinckney to me to you. Somehow they reached out to somebody all the way over on the east side.
Yeah, I will. Hopefully we're available that day.
Yes.
So So my week, see, Monday, Tuesday. So this was our spring break week. So the thought was, okay, let's do some one-off specials, stuff that I will not want to recreate probably. Um, Stuff you see cooked on barbecue YouTube channels that are fun for, single when you're not cooking 50 of them. But three's okay. So we did our version of the armadillo eggs, called them Roadrunner eggs.
Love the name.
Thank you.
Don't understand the green onion topping though.
Color and flavor. What?
But the picture you showed had like 2. Casale fell off.
Well, just from the angle.
Just messing with it. Keep going.
Jesus Christ, you really gonna talk to me about pictures?
Nope.
So yeah, for those that aren't familiar with armadillo eggs, it's a stuffed jalapeno wrapped in sausage, wrapped in bacon. Then we just a little bit of barbecue seasoning, our whole farm rub, and then put it in the smoker, and then a quick glaze of barbecue sauce at the end, and then we topped them with some green onions. Why green onions? Because we had green onions left over from our Midwest cannolis, which was another one of our specials. Midwest cannoli was a manicotti noodle stuffed with bacon, mashed potatoes. And then, we smoked those, and then we topped them off with a drizzle of barbecue sauce, some green onion, and freshly grated Parmesan cheese.
I apologize to butt in. I think I know why somebody or why. Are you currently sharing your screen?
No.
So I went to share what your armadillo eggs looked like,
Mm-hmm.
and it says someone else is currently sharing,
No.
and I can't share it. So I wonder if that's why she couldn't get in.
Yeah, I think there is something funky. Yeah, I have the same thing. Someone else is currently sharing.
Huh. Anyway, sorry. Go ahead. Did you pre-cook or par-cook the jalapenos?
No.
Did they get any softer, or did they have a lot of crunch to them still?
So I didn't eat one because I don't like jalapenos.
Okay.
Chris said the first one that we did, the test one that I did in the morning of the first day we had them, he said was crunchy. So on the regular batch that we did for the day, we let them go a little bit longer. Kind of went based off of temp. It's the only way you can do it without, biting into them. So the first batch we had an internal temp of 100 and I think 60. The one that he had. So we took them all the way up to internal of 180. Keeping a close eye on the bacon, because you don't want that to get fried.
Too overdone.
The sausage to dry out. And those seem to be better. We got a lot of great comments on those specifically. It might have to be something that we run on occasion, just because the response was so good for them.
How many did you make?
I think it was about 20 a day, the 2 days that we ran them. So 10 orders.
That's good.
And it's time consuming.
Oh yeah, I know.
It's definitely one of those things that if we had a brick and mortar, it would be on like an appetizer menu type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Where you have a staff that, can do that kind of stuff. But when it's just you in the morning while you're making mac and cheese and getting stuff on and off the smoker and trying to squeeze that in, there was definitely some mornings that it was a time crunch all day. So the Midwest cannolis, what else did we have? What was the third one?
The Bacunions.
Oh, the Bacunions.
How could you not remember the Bacunions?
So we ran those 2 times last week. The first day we learned from some mistakes. We didn't cut the onions thick enough.
Okay, a little thinner.
Yep. So we did. Yeah, they were thinner. So they shrink up a little bit, which then allowed the bacon to kind of fall apart in the cooking process as everything shrinks and moves. And so second day we did thicker cut onions, and then we used two strips of bacon per onion for the most part. And they held together a lot better. Pretty tasty. Super simple. Still time consuming to wrap onion rings.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So yeah, I mean, they weren't as big of a hit. We didn't get any negative comments on anything, but definitely the ones that we received the most positive comments were on the eggs. Um, but yeah, it was fun. It definitely got people out to the truck that may not have come to the truck. We saw some regulars show up in areas that we've never seen them before, just to try one of the new specials. So,
That's cool.
It definitely served its purpose of getting people out to the truck on what is typically a slower week for us. It's usually by far our slowest week out of our first month and a half. I'm happy to say though that we actually beat the week before sales by $30.
That's good.
So
How'd the cannolis turn out?
they were pretty good. It's tricky with the noodles. I think we need an extra step in there. Like we almost need to spritz the noodles while they're in the smoker heating up with everything else.
Oh, so they don't dry out.
Yeah, they just get a little bit tough. They dry out just a little bit. So, but that's something I'm willing to play with to get to a good spot. Of the things, those are probably the easiest to make.
It's almost. Wouldn't you love to find um, cannoli shells that you could just pipe
Like
right into them?
pre-made. Oh, that'd be
Yeah,
awesome.
pre-made cannoli shells.
Yeah, that would be cool. I'm sure they have them out there. I can't imagine what they cost. I mean, you've seen the prices on some of those, like the mini
Yeah,
Belgian waffles. And that's like $1.50 a piece. I'm like, well, I can't do a sandwich with two of those.
yeah, I know.
It's the most expensive part of the sandwich. So yeah, that all went well. We had and really, thank God we had some catering on a couple days. So we had Monday.
Yeah, you
we
were
got
out
a
in
request-
Detroit.
Yeah, Monday we got a request for lunches for 30 people for Tuesday, which we were happy to take.
How did you prepare that
The lunches,
or deliver it to them?
she just
Yeah.
wanted pans of meat, so we had meat,
Okay.
meat and I think it was she did chicken pieces, some brisket, and then a couple sides. So she said, "I'll come pick it up from the truck." I said, "Fantastic. We'll have them in half pants ready for you to go." Yeah, so thank God we had that. I'm trying to remember. We were in Grand Haven on Wednesday, all day at the Corwell Health. That was another thing we did this week. We didn't switch spots. So wherever we were for lunch, we were there for the whole day. We avoided apartments and residential areas just because it was spring break, which seemed to work pretty good for us. The new Corwell location in Grand Haven that we were at, I think has potential. It was a pretty crappy weather day that day for us. So the expectations were pretty low. And she told us they were about half staffed because of spring break. But I think we still did, I think it was just under 1,000 for the day. Not great, but not horrible. But again, I think it's a location that has potential. Thursday, we switched Wiseman from Friday to Thursday because of our catering on Friday. Decent day. And then Friday, yeah, we drove to Detroit for an Aetna event. The Aetna office there was doing so we weren't even feeding their staff. We were feeding their customers. So they had an open invite to customers to come in and get food for Tigers opening day.
That's
We
cool.
were, I don't know, a mile and a half from the stadium, I think. So as much as I bitched about pulling my trailer around downtown Grand Rapids, I will take that any day over having to use the merge onto a highway on the right-hand side, merge, and then get off the highway
On the left-hand side.
a
Oh,
half
it's
mile later,
yeah.
pulling a trailer
Oh yeah.
during
Yeah.
rush hour.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So suck it, Detroit. So because it was a 2.5 hour drive, obviously our trailer isn't powered while we're moving down the road. We transferred everything from the heating cabinet into the smoker, turn the temperature down on the smoker because that will hold the temperature. Our little fireboard has a battery on it, so it doesn't need power to run. Because by the time we got there and turned the warming cabinet back on, it was down to 45 degrees, I think.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it doesn't take long for that to lose temp, especially when it's only 35 degrees outside,
Yeah.
and then a 2.5 hour drive.
Yep.
Which turned into about a 3 hour drive because hey, we got to drive through rain and snow, and it was sunrise. so no one could see anything on the road. Oh yeah, and the construction zones. So
Isn't that nice? Isn't that
we
great?
pulled in. We pulled in a half hour later than we wanted to, and we were ready to sell for them 5 minutes before we were supposed to. So it was tight, but yeah, we got free Tigers hats out of the deal. So Etna is one of my favorite customers because they like
Good.
to take care of us too. So yeah, overall it was a good week. The brewery. Oh, Newego Saturday, which was a little bit light, which we expected, but we did a roller derby event. Grand Raggedy had a double header with Steel City something or other. It's our first roller derby event, and we did $1,500 over the course of the three hours, which was better than I thought it would be. I was actually a little nervous with the amount of food we were going into it with because we're slower in Newego. Should have been a sellout. Damn it. And it was my fault that it wasn't. So we had a pork butt in the fridge from the day before that we pulled and fridged. So I had it there, and we were down to a pan of pork and a half pan of mac and cheese. And everybody was saying, yep, after the second game you're probably going to have a huge line because that's typically what we see. It's like, all right, well, so I'll throw this in there, and if we go through it. And we didn't even touch them. So that last pan of pork. So we did go through everything we had originally had for the day. But yeah, so I guess technically it was a sellout for what we had prepped for the day, but we're not going to call it one because we still had food. So, oh well. Games ran late, which I think is why people didn't stay to eat. So it was supposed to be over at 7:30. Didn't get over until 10 after 8. So yeah, but overall that was a good day. And then the brewery yesterday, we had a nice 60-degree day, sunny for the first half of the day. National Beer Day. Yeah, we had it was our second best day there. The only a better day we had there was our opening day for the year. And we only missed that by $30. So we are off to a good start. Let me pull up my numbers for some comparison numbers. Because I know we're starting to make some good gains on last year. We're still down from last year, but that's only because we were open January, February, and the first half of March last year doing paninis and then the limited menu.
Yeah.
So we started in a $8,000 hole or something like that. But we're gaining ground, so that's good.
I'm up 75% for the year.
Nice. See, that cafe's paying off.
Sure it did.
Skippy's still having some anxiety and slight buyer's remorse, I think, on the trailer.
No, it's just I got to get graphics on the gosh darn thing.
And yeah, I completely understand.
No matter how many times I post, here's the new trailer. Guys, here's the new trailer. Hey guys, this is the new trailer. I still get people stopping. Oh, did you buy a new trailer?
Like I said, our April Fool's post, all week long, we fielded questions about it. All week. And I imagine that it'll continue this week. I'd be shocked if it didn't. So yeah, so we're up 52% in April over last April, which is pretty damn good.
Yeah, it is.
For the year, we're down 8.4%.
Oops.
So $3,400 is what we're down so far this month or for the year. Feel pretty confident that we will take care of that. And for what is that date? March. Oh, yeah, and then we were up 0.25% last week over the previous week. So not bad.
Yeah.
Not bad at all. It was so as far as spring break week goes, a huge success, resounding success. And this week should be okay. We have pretty good weather this week. I think we have one for sure rainy day on Thursday, that looks like it's like an 80% chance of rain.
Yeah, I was just looking at. It looks like over here Thursday is 91%,
Yeah. So,
which is
but
good because
it's rain. It's still going to be warm.
yeah.
There's
Uh,
0 snow in the forecast.
So today's 73, tomorrow's 70. Wednesday looks like it rain in the evening, 66. Thursday 55, rain all day. Friday back down to 48, rain in the morning. Saturday clear, 61, and Sunday clear or cloudy at 70.
Yeah, it's
So not bad.
There's not a single low that's below freezing or even close to freezing. 39 is our coldest low for us.
Yeah,
So-
we have a 37 for Friday.
So yeah, Thursday it's Thursday Friday for us for rain, and it's just Friday morning.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think that you're probably going to see a good bump this week, Skippy, in sales.
Well, good.
Warm weather does wonders. And I'm crediting warm weather for our yesterday for at the brewery, that it was less about National Beer Day and more
Yeah.
about it just being good weather to go get a beer on a Sunday. There was 20 people on that patio the whole time we were there. We had
This just kept rolling.
we had a regular that came and got food from us and was on the patio for 2 hours. Him and his wife or girlfriend, whatever, and they had a fire going. It was fantastic, and that's what we kind of are hoping that it's going to be for us for there. So
Yeah.
yeah, sunny and warm, man, cures all ails. So especially this time of year.
I have, because typically today's off. I'm taking Thursday off, and let's talk about me again. So I applied for a local entrepreneurial, say that word, it's a weird word.
Entrepreneurial.
Yeah. Fellowship program. And basically it's like a business boot camp kind of thing.
Cool.
But I was selected
Nice.
to be a part of it, and Thursday is my pitch. So even though I'm an established business, I have to go in and pitch my business to local people and kind of basically I match with like a local person that would be my mentor throughout this whole business boot camp.
Okay.
And then at the end, they provide, they pick one business and they give you access to local credit union will give you access to funding if you need it. So I just did it so I could learn more about business. I never took college classes or anything like that. So if I can learn anything from local people about overall business, not necessarily food trucks, but it's, there's a couple restaurateurs in there. I think it's worth it for me, especially possibly looking at hiring people at some point or another.
Speaking of business classes, this will make Pam happy. I took an accounting class when I was in college. Unfortunately, I had to take it twice. Which I will probably explain a lot, but
Possibly.
possibly.
So I have that. And then this week we also have our first Jackson Area Food Truck Association event on Friday for Restaurant Week. So I'll try to get your ideas. They want us to create a $15 dish. Now I know with barbecue that's pretty easy, but kind of want something to be creative, like real creative. So I thought about like a Texas Twinkie brisket sandwich. Taking leftover brisket, mixing it with cream cheese, barbecue rub, a little jalapeno, and use that as a spread on a bun with chopped brisket and barbecue sauce. But then people are going to be like, oh, it's cream cheese. But then I thought about just making Texas Twinkies and just selling those. But to me, those aren't.
Can you explain to everybody what a Texas Twinkie is?
I believe it's a whole jalapeno stuffed with cream cheese wrapped in bacon. It's a jalapeno popper, basically.
So
Isn't it?
what if you? It's your dish.
No, correct. The one thing I didn't know, I thought there's a chance that it could have been an armadillo egg.
Yeah.
But I don't think sausage is in it. But then I thought
Do
about
a
making
quick Google search.
bacon bombs, and just do pork belly burn ends basically, but make them bigger. Like do a 2-inch by 2-inch square.
All right, let's go to Meat Church. See
Oh,
what
yes.
their recipe is. Ooh, they do. So yeah, it's oh my god, come on, mouse. So they're doing. It looks like jalapeno stuffed with cream cheese, and then it looks like a bacon wrap. It looks like there's something else there, maybe not. But they're smoking the cream cheese too. So smoking
Yes.
the cream cheese and smoking the jalapenos. It looks like maybe. It's hard to tell off the pictures. I guess I could actually read.
I'm looking at the recipes. He did a cheesy tater tot burrito on the Tonight Show.
Yum.
Cheesy tater tot beef rib burrito.
So I think you could do do the Texas Twinkies on top of some chopped brisket and a sandwich.
On a sandwich?
Yeah. So you use them as a topper of the brisket. Make sense?
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So kind of like how, like a mozzarella stick on a sandwich type of thing, except for it's a jalapeno popper. Or do it in a wrap. Be a Twinkie burrito.
I was thinking about making a California burrito since we do cheesy potatoes now. Throwing those in a burrito.
Justin Harris, mixed taco seasoning in the cream cheese, half jalapeno wrapped in bacon.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So yeah, we did a version of it. We just called them jalapeno poppers.
Yeah, I mean that's what. Yeah, we did those last year too, but.
Gotta love barbecue, man. 25 different names for the same dishes.
Because I was thinking about also doing an elote brisket sandwich.
All right.
Doing the elote, kind of doing it as like a, almost like a cup. Like doing brisket at the bottom, some sauce, and doing the elote on top.
Mm-hmm.
And do it almost like a barbecue sundae without the sundae part.
I guess. Yeah.
I like making sandwiches. I love making sandwiches. It's fun.
Visually, they are good. I don't know. Well, those eggs don't look good at all.
Anyway, so that's what we're. So this is our restaurant week.
Now you got me thinking.
I know that's the problem.
Because
there's so much things. We did unveil kind of like a little bit of a new menu, so I think I'm going to change my menu up a little bit. Just because I love creating crap, and we serve chicken now, which actually has been a pretty big hit, which I thought I was pretty surprised about. But our menu now has kind of like 2 new sandwiches on it, and actually technically 3. But so we do the Nashville. I stole it from Darren Worth from Iowa Smoky D's. I sold the name for it, at least the name, but we call it the Nashville Hottie. It's chopped chicken, coleslaw, pickles, and Nashville hot sauce. That's been pretty popular. We debuted the pig pile at the catering gig that we did, and so it's pulled pork, 2 slices of bacon, and bacon jam and barbecue sauce. And then we rolled out the carnivore, which is basically just pulled pork, chicken, and chopped brisket piled high with barbecue sauce.
I like it.
And then we did the chicken, bacon, and barbecue ranch. So we took the best ranch dressing, which is made by a company called Lighthouse. It tastes as close to restaurant ranch as possible, or Jets Ranch, whatever we're going to call it. So I mixed it with some barbecue sauce, and we do chicken, bacon, cheddar cheese, and that barbecue ranch sauce. That's been pretty popular too.
Justin said he posted a picture. Oh, damn it. Of his on our Facebook, which I cannot share. And that's what. Sorry, I've been a little bit silent. I've been trying to figure out what is being shared, and I can't find it anywhere.
I don't know either.
Just weird stuff going on today with all the podcast platforms. So I don't know what's. Sorry, everybody. But yeah, those look good.
You also do, don't you do the Abe Froman?
Yep.
Your sausage and mac and cheese wrap?
We don't use mac and cheese anymore. So that was the original iteration.
Oh.
Now we use the smoked onions and peppers.
Oh.
And a little bit of cheese sauce. So it's more traditional sausage type confectionery.
Okay.
But you know what I mean.
I like that.
Yep. That is, we sell more of those now than we did before. So
I like that.
Yeah.
So we do sometimes the junkyard dog, which is jalapeno cheddar sausage topped with pulled pork, slaw, and a mustard barbecue sauce. It's based after two food trucks. His name is Hot Rod's Food Truck, and he does burgers and dogs and fries.
Okay.
And then there's another one called Junkyard Dog. So we the guy who does the burgers, he goes by the name Junkyard because he can fix anything with spare parts. So yeah, he had it and he's like, "That's delicious. I need one." And then we also unveiled our, you can get a single size side and a shareable size.
Okay.
We finally did the bigger side, so 8-ounce and 16-ounce sides. I was quite, didn't realize how popular the bigger sides were.
Have you thought about doing pig shots at all?
I did. Actually, I love pig shots because I would almost mix the brisket and the cream cheese together and put that on top of a piece of sausage. I absolutely have. There is another barbecue truck there in the in what we're doing.
Your event?
Yeah. Oh, there's the Texas Twinkies. Yeah, they just use a whole. They use a whole jalapeno. No.
Justin? No, Justin's having.
No,
Looks like a
on
jalapeno.
meat. On Meat Church.
Oh, yeah, it looks like it.
But
You
they
don't
have
like eggs, so you wouldn't do like a smoked devil egg. What about like
Definitely
smoked
not.
mussels?
No.
Is that just because you don't like them? Beef ribs?
Expensive.
It's a $15 plate.
That's a $30 plate.
Well, it depends on how many you put on there.
One. If you do one, it's like
One on a side.
I mean, I could have them cut it in half. Like I could do like not short ribs, or not as short ribs.
Yeah. No, I think a single beef rib. Yeah, I think you're okay there. I don't even know what they cost right now.
They're going for, I mean, in Texas, they're at like $32 a pound for selling them, but I think I can get them at Restaurant Depot for like $7. So you're gonna lose what?
But is one rib a pound?
Yeah, pretty much. It's what I understand. You buy them in a 3-pack. There's 3 ribs come to a pack, and the whole thing I think is like 6 or 7 pounds.
Okay.
And I think by the pound, I think it's like almost like one beef rib ends up being like 1.25 pounds, maybe. Depends on which side, whether you get the middle or the ends. I would totally do beef ribs, but I don't know at a food truck rally if I'm going to go out of business selling dino bones.
What if you want?
Oh, okay. So I was looking at Meat Church's recipe for his Texas Twinkies.
Yep.
So I was wondering how he had the bottom, or how it was a whole jalapeno that he used. So he cuts down the middle,
Mm-hmm.
doesn't slice it in half, but cuts it down the middle and then does a little bit of cut underneath the stem to
Mhm.
kind of like peel it open and then
Gotcha.
fills them.
Okay.
I like that. It's good.
For us, Justin asked if we're still doing panned cornbread. If by panned you mean pre-made, then yes, I still am.
That is correct.
It is one of only 2 things on our truck that we don't make from scratch: cornbread and potato salad. Everything else we are. Yeah, and for the most part, we're selling out of cornbread every day. Um, People love that.
They do.
Chef
The
Pierre
the
sweet cornbread.
consistency is
Yeah,
just amazing.
and it's our least profitable side.
Yeah.
Really, it's yeah, I think it's what is it, 50 cents a piece.
It costs $16 for 30 pieces.
Yeah, so you're, let's say, 60 cents a slice. We're doing 2 in an order for $1.20, and then we sell it for $3.20. But yeah, none of our other sides are close to $1.20 a serving.
Yeah, I served mine. I just served by the slice for $1.50.
Yeah. So have you okay? So I'm just looking through now. I'm on Traeger's site.
I know.
And they got a whole section of smoked appetizer stuff.
Yes, I saw that.
And it just keeps going and going and going. I just keep hitting view more, view more.
I thought about doing pork tenderloins
Okay.
with some sort of like apple slaw.
So see, I'm not a huge date fan, but see, I think some of the stuff you have to have the right audience.
I thought about
But
doing our smoked cheeseburgers.
Yeah. Like grilled watermelon. Like do a corn on the cob watermelon combo. Like a summer plate. Grilled watermelon. Mm-mm-mm. If you guys have never had grilled watermelon, it is fantastic.
It's actually really good.
Yeah. If I had a grill on board, I would 100% do it.
I thought about doing tacos. Our tacos, whenever we put them on, are go pretty well.
Justin says, make it more profitable. Talking again about the cornbread. He said, you can. Sorry, I have to. My eyes are not great. You can do tamale cakes from them, topped with pico ranch and pulled pork for $6 to $7. We did a dirty cornbread last year or the year before as a special for a day. So basically, 1 piece of cornbread on the bottom, baked beans on top, and then we did. I don't know that we did any protein on top of it, but we did vegetables on top, and then sprinkled another piece of cornbread on top, crumbled up. I think we ran that for 8 or 9. Went pretty good. Yes, it is almost Cinco de Mayo. It's a good idea. I like that.
I think I'm going to do bacon burn ends.
Bacon burn ends?
Yeah, so do pork belly, but bigger.
Yeah.
I want to try that.
Yeah, there's some good stuff in here. I might throw a potato or 2 on my smoker this week.
You might be able to do what?
I might throw a potato or 2 on the smoker this week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
JT will give you a good way to do it. He sold a whole satchel of them.
A whole satchel of potatoes. I didn't know they came in the satchel.
Bag, whatever. So I've been following this guy on TikTok.
JT's on TikTok?
No, another guy on TikTok. He's from England. He's called Spudman, and he has the Spud Army. But it's a Spud truck, and he does. I think we talked about it, but he does like a full potato and then like a half of another potato, and it fills like a 6x6 container or a hamburger style container, and the guy just loads on his side here his toppings, and that's weird toppings too. Like it's not weird, but like baked beans and cheese, um, tuna fish,
Mhm.
chicken curry was like one of the more popular ones.
So the
Mince,
tuna fish thing is an English thing
it has to be.
because it just came through on another one of my TikToks. Some girl was like a comfort food, and it was a baked potato, and then she had tuna fish on it and something else underneath it. It might have been it's like a whole stick of butter. Um, it was tuna fish, and then she topped it with ketchup. No, I almost vomited.
Oh god. Ugh. Mm. I hate tuna fish to begin with, but then you top it with
I
junk.
oh,
Ugh. Mm.
but yeah, so yeah, tuna fish on a baked potato has got to be it's an English thing.
And he showed his coleslaw recipe where he shredded his own cabbage using a food processor and carrots and stuff like
Mhm.
that. And his sauce was just mayo, straight mayo. But he put onions in there, so you're going to get a
That's a
little bit
very
of the onion.
Midwest thing.
Yeah, you're going to get a little bit of onion flavor
Yeah.
that will seep into things, which is good. But no sugar, nothing like that. It was just straight mayo. Um, and then chicken curry, mincemeat, and chili con carne was like his hot toppings. But he
Justin said
always,
he just saw Spudman on TikTok yesterday.
yeah, it's coming across my For You page like crazy.
Yeah. And then he said, as a non-traditional food truck, I like following others doing different things. So, um,
Yeah, his
yeah.
whole side opens, and he just spent a whole bunch of money on a brand new trailer, but he's got these specialty ovens that are made for potatoes,
Hmm.
and they're really really cool. And I guess they're not made anymore. I don't know if that's a good or bad thing, but they are. So shout out to Spudman over in the UK.
What with all the botulism and all
You only get the botulism if you reheat them in foil.
in foil. Yep.
So if
Yeah,
you,
don't do that. Don't store your baked potato in foil and then reheat it in the foil.
yes,
You'll die.
yeah, you'll have the chance to die. But
It's the leading cause of botulism in the world.
correct.
Mishandled potatoes. Everybody asks me why I don't do loaded potatoes. I say because I don't like botulism, and they look at me like I'm crazy. It's like
Botcha
it's
what?
it is not worth the risk. I said the leading cause of botulism is mishandled potatoes.
That's
And they
funny.
think
So
I'm lying.
we have a guy out here that does straight baked potatoes. That's whenever he does his food truck. He's a caterer by trade, but whenever he brings the trailer out, it's like it's a baked potato uh, bar is what he not a bar, but 4 different potatoes.
Ooh, Philly cheesesteak shotgun shells.
See, I was also thinking about doing your version of your Mootown Philly and doing
Yeah, it's a good wrap.
but doing with white queso.
So yeah, these are shotgun shells and then drizzled with the cheese.
Oh, I know we talked
So
about it.
brisket, peppers, onions, and cheese. Mm-mm-mm.
I finally put cheese in a pan in my steam well, and it was perfect. Like perfect.
Okay,
So because I don't have a warmer, I just have the
for your nachos.
correct, and
All
it
right.
was fantastic.
Did you just do it in a half pan or did you get the insert?
I just did it actually I did it in a 6th pan
Okay.
because I didn't know how many nachos was going to sell, so I just limited it. But
So
a
when I was
6-inch deep, 6-inch deep 6th pan will hold almost a full can. What is it? Number
10
10,
pin, yeah.
yeah, of cheese. And I mixed a little milk and stuff in it to make it a little soupy. But other than that, it went well.
I do have the inset for the steam table and the containers for soups.
Ooh.
So if you're interested, let me know. They're sitting in my storage unit. If you're interested.
God, you could probably make $5,000 off what's in your storage unit.
Folks, this is why you don't do some things for just like a month period because you have to buy $300 worth of stuff and then you don't have a use for it afterwards.
How's that pallet of sauce doing?
It's almost gone. I just ordered another one.
You just ordered another pallet?
Yeah.
Any discount? Not as good as the other one.
What do you mean is it a discount? I'm getting the same price I got last year.
I thought it was something special. That's why they sold it to you.
They had it ready, unlabeled bottles. Because they misordered last time, so they had it ready. They just didn't have labels on it.
I gotcha.
I don't care. So I ordered another pallet without the labels on it.
Same
Because I can
price.
get it. Yeah, I can get it quicker because it doesn't have to go to another plant to get labels put on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, $16.25 a gallon, something like that.
Shipping.
That's so it's like $17.50 a gallon, all included.
And there was what 100? What do we say? 144 gallons or something like
Yeah,
that.
I think my last pallet was 147 gallons. He said it's really strange to sit on every pallet has the same number of gallons on it.
Weird.
Yeah.
Considering they all come in fours.
I don't know. I didn't ask questions. So,
Well, congratulations on spending $4,500.
Justin says he keeps Alfredo sauce in the well. Works great. But yeah, I'd rather pay 18 a gallon than 25 a gallon. So,
oh, absolutely, for sure.
So I'm saving $7 a day. Is how I'm using girl math.
Yeah. I'll mansplain that for you.
Yeah. Yeah, I like these Philly cheesesteak shotgun shells.
I like doing a Philly cheesesteak wrap.
Yeah, it's super easy.
You really can't find like soupy cheese that's not other than like either cheddar or nacho. Like you could do the Alfredo, like he's saying, but
yeah, even the nacho cheese that we use it doesn't really thin out unless it's lava hot.
Yeah.
And then it starts to get bad quick.
Yes.
Because it gets the.
I did notice that
the pudding film on it. So you got to make sure you're stirring it. So we're 2 cups of milk to a 10 can. And then we can usually have it at about 180 degrees on our little temperature setting.
Yeah.
You should get yourself one of those Carnival. They're not expensive. Really, they're pretty cheap.
What?
Like the Carnival cheese warmers, like that we have.
Oh yeah, your circle one.
Yeah, get one of those.
It's the power issue. I don't want to add more power if I don't have to.
You can't be even close.
I don't. No, I'm not. My problem is like, okay, well, where then do I put it? I'd have to put it over in my prep area, which is kind of far away. So.
Justin says Alfredo thickens as it sits, but if it gets too hot, the sauce breaks. And that was the problem, Justin, we had when we did soups. We broke a lot of sauce, or a lot of the cream soups. Broccoli cheddar was the biggest culprit there. So it would just turn to, it's so crazy how it happens. And it just turns to like water, like cheesy flavored water.
How often did you replace or refill your propane tanks? I think we talked about this. Was it like once a week?
Yeah.
Okay.
When we were running everything off of propane, the generators and everything. Yeah. Once a week.
Okay. So I have my steam table and my warmer, or my my stock pot range.
Okay.
And since a 100-pound propane tank is 63 pounds, the tank itself is 63 pounds. Mm-hmm. I didn't know how much I've used, so I went and had it filled. And since the end of February, now granted, not working every day, and I really haven't counted how many days I've used it. But for my warmer, or for my steam table and my stock pot range, I use 10 gallons. So I think I can go like 3 months without having to worry about it being filled.
And do you have an extra one?
No.
Get an extra one and get it filled and have it at your house.
It's fucking heavy.
Okay. Would you rather get somewhere and you turn it on and you don't have gas all of a sudden?
Once I
make sure you have a 20-pound cylinder handy.
Yeah, once I move it, like if I can like tilt it and it seems like it's getting close. Anyway,
just try to lift it. If you can't lift it, you've got enough gas in it.
Yeah, but it's like a month or a month and a half I used it, and 10 gallons out of the 20. There's anywhere between 20 and 23 gallons in there.
So once you get into some of the warmer months, you'll be able to tell a whole lot easier
because it gets cold.
Yeah, so you can just run your hand from the top and just run it down, and as soon as you hit colder, that's where the gas line is.
It's weird though. There's so many times where I actually have to shut it off. I can run the thing almost on a pilot light alone.
Yeah, well, that's good.
Like if I feel the top of my pan starting to get like lukewarm, I'll turn it on real quick. but it's like I'm turning it. I turn it on when I first get there to get the water steam or the water heated up. It's like it's crazy. Anyway, it's really, I don't go through much.
So since now that we're only using, we don't have the stovetop on board anymore, which we were using to make mac and cheese. We're induction. That started last year. So only the water heater is the only thing we use propane for. I got both my 100-pound cylinders were filled at the beginning of last year when we were down at Midwest. They have not been refilled since.
Yeah.
And I think they're maybe half full.
I do have to replace my water spigot outside. So I've been going to my local Speedway truck stop. It's like 10 miles away.
Mm-hmm.
So I drive through their diesel lanes and fill up my trailer with water. And it works good. I get diesel and diff there too, but I do it probably once a week. I fill it up with water.
Holy crap, look at the time. We're running late. You guys get bonus
Oh.
minutes today. Look at
Oh,
us.
10:30.
Look at us. We rambled on for a full hour and a half today.
Yes, thank you for enjoying. From the bottom of our hearts, thank you for enjoying our rambling.
And for those, the African tribes that we're starting to get into.
Wow. Something tells me that might have been uncalled for, but we're okay.
Yeah. This is why they listen, Skippy. This is why they listen. No, thank
Did
you.
you know
everybody, for listening.
Did you know Taiwanese people have Hispanic names?
I don't know, but we spent a whole lot of time talking about Twinkies on the week that we got onto the top 100 list. Just saying.
Well,
well, to everybody, that's our show today.
they're in the.
See which country we're hot in next week.
They're maybe they're learning English on how to try to scam people with all these spam posts that we get. And I'd like to talk to you about your
I'm
car's
gonna pick
warranty.
up the phone and it's gonna be our voices.
They pieced everything together. It's so
everything together.
bad. We're gonna get calls. That's great. All right, folks. I gotta go.
Publicity. All right, guys. Have a good week. Make sure you follow, share, like, and things. Peace out, everyone. Thank
Love you.
Bye.